Hello everybody, thank you for coming. Robert Rico here, California Realty Training. So glad you made it to our video blog this week, and we hope you're enjoying them, learning something from this real estate world that you may be getting into. Today we're going to talk about joining a commercial real estate career or getting involved with a residential real estate career. Now with the license, with a real estate license, you have the ability to do both if you like. You can do commercial sales or you can do residential sales. However, they're both quite different. For example, commercial sales. When it comes to commercial sales, you can make tons of money in that because commercial sales are huge commercial properties that you will be selling, representing. For example, just today I went online and looked up businesses for sale. There was this one business I caught, they were selling for a mere, now watch this, a mere, this is Los Angeles now, a mere $11 million. Now the typical commission is, we'll say it's 3% per site, 3% for the buyer's agent and 3% the seller's agent. So let's assume you're representing the buyer in this. Now 3% of $11 million is a lot of money if you do the math. It's $330,000 for one deal. That's fantastic. However, when it comes to a commercial career, you may not hit your first deal or close your first transaction until several months, possibly more than a year, 2 years, maybe 3 years. It's a lot of incubating when it comes to commercial sales because these are huge transactions. Selling apartment buildings, selling a shopping center, selling a health, selling a hospital, all these kind of things are what you'll be dealing with when it comes to commercial sales. I know when it comes to residential sales, that's a little easier, a little more soft. Somebody gets their license, they join a brokerage, they get involved in a residential career, they represent a seller of a home, they represent a buyer who wants to purchase a home. Commercial sales, you get paid huge, you get paid massive, you have a great time doing it. However, it's far and few between. Residential sales, heck, get your license, you could probably close a transaction within the first few months, particularly if you tell your sphere of influence as to what you're doing in this real estate career that you got involved in, you're ready to make it happen. Now let's talk about the qualities required for a commercial real estate agent. A lot of these commercial agents are more of a corporate environment. The environment's very corporate-like, which is very serious. They're up in a huge office and everybody's on those phones doing all their cold calling, doing all of their research on the properties, on apartment complexes, strip malls, all that kind of stuff. And they expect the commercial agent to know a little bit more than the typical residential agent. For example, they expect you to know a little bit about internal rates, about the capitalization rates, which is also known as cap rates, gross rent multipliers, and a whole bunch of other analytics. Let me give you an example. I had a good friend of mine. His name was Paul. Paul to me was one of the great commercial real estate agents that I knew. And one day he was walking by my office, and I'd never done commercial real estate. I've always been committed to residential sales because to me it's rather simple, cut and dry. I find somebody, put them in a house, close the transaction, or I represent a seller, sell their home, close the escrow, not a big deal. But anyways, one day Paul was walking by and I said, "Hey Paul, stop for a minute, come on into my office." He came into my office and I said, "Paul, I'm interested in knowing just a little bit about commercial real estate. Would you mind explaining to me how it works, selling a piece of commercial property?" And he said, "Rico," he says, "it's very simple." And he went to my little whiteboard there and he started explaining to me gross rent multipliers. He started explaining to me the cap rate. I said, "Paul, stop. I want to hear nothing more." It just sounded so confusing. It's a complete different terminology, complete different language, if you ask me, that I just knew that it would be so challenging for me that it would not be a good fit for my type of career. Now, when it comes to commercial real estate, please pay attention to this. They expect the commercial real estate agent to be patient. There's a lot of incubation in that with your clients. They expect the real estate agent to be confident. You must be confident. Heck, I think when it comes to residential sales, you must be confident. You must be social, and you must be persistent. You must be persistent. Now, these qualities will definitely get you to where you want to be, particularly if you're persistent and you don't give up when it comes to this commercial or residential sales. Ladies and gentlemen, if you think you're cut out for a commercial real estate career, now you know a little bit about it. Is it challenging? Yes. Is it rewarding? Absolutely. But only you can make that determination. Thank you for coming to our video blog. We hope to see you next week. If you have a comment, please leave it below. Please subscribe to our page. Have a great day.